back.
Let's go.
I know that you like Ginobili. My OGs go hard like Kobe. Go hard in the paint like dribbling in the paint. Can't tell me this falling. Stop pick, she roll, I'm scoring. My nigga, we the go to stay warrior. Retired shooter like Jordan. Say how I feel like I'm Jordan. Cause I'm ballin'. I'm ballin' like I'm MVP.
You're now tuned into the Next2Flex podcast.
Streets fucking Bello.
Yo, it's your boy Bzell, and I'm in here with the man, the legend.
Yeah.
Some would say the myth because they haven't seen him. They just heard of him a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this guy, he needs no more introduction. I'm going to let him introduce himself to y'all.
What's good? Bello, man. 20Bello. A lot of people call me 20. Some people call me Bello. Y'all know what it is, man. I'm here. Where y'all at?
All right. So I got to get into this, man. I know you do so much for the DMV. I'm going to share it to you in a second.
All right, okay.
You do so much for the DMV, man. And I mean, I can take it back. We're going to talk about your prior years, but I'm going to take it back for when I met Bello, right? I had seen you. I had seen some of your work and stuff. I was fresh back from Georgia. You know, I was from here, but I was in Georgia for a while. And Dale was telling me, yeah, man, this cat named Bello, he be shooting videos and different things like that. Be throwing shows. Talk about this Island Cafe thing, and I ain't never been there.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I had went to the DMV Awards, and then I heard it was like your boy Fatal Sins. They was like, man, we gonna go to Island Cafe. It's Bello's birthday or something.
Yeah, that was the one that was in Virginia. The DMV Awards that was in Virginia.
Yeah, where they got a fight.
Yeah, the fight.
So that's how I got introduced to you.
Yeah.
I remember you walk around the joint, you had the cake in the hand, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, this is a dope spot. I had been wanting to do a show up here. I seen a couple shows with a couple guys, but I wanted to do a show and I wanted to be different, kind of bring the Atlanta feel, mix it with the DMV infused. And that was actually a good joint, how you mapped it out and being real, that from that day, and this is something you probably don't know, it inspired me to do shows.
Yeah. I remember that vividly, man. Actually, we was just talking about that. A friend of mine was just talking about that DMV Awards the other night because our man did a homeless feed the homeless award. I mean, last weekend, something like that. Anyway, so I was telling him, I was like, yeah, when I was there at the awards, I had just left before that happened. Okay. And as I'm headed up the Island Cafe
for your joint,
yeah, I see all these phases flying past us, and I'm like, man, what the hell happened at the awards? But I found out later what happened. But that was a tragedy, because that really stopped the DMV Awards from that time. It ain't been since, you know what I mean? So that was years ago. So yeah, and the Island Cafe, that's a historic spot. It's actually open now, but it's under a new name and stuff and new management. I was actually up there maybe about 2 weeks ago for my sister Ash birthday. Spice was there. Okay. You know what I mean? And I went up there. We went up there to show her some love. So they still got it popping up there. It looks a whole lot different.
You think is it a different type of demographics or?
Nah, it's the same. Like it's it's black owned. You know what I mean? But it's just you could tell. You can always tell it's not a big space. So you could tell it's still the island. It's still got the little stage with the big window and all that. But they changed, the decor in there, you know what I mean, and all that. Got little plush chairs and all that now. Okay. And so yeah, it's nice, but I didn't know that it was open till I seen a video on I think Instagram one day, and I'm like, man, that looked like the island. And then I looked into it. I was like, yo, that is 829 Upshur Street because they had their address on there. Oh man, and stuff. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was nice.
Let me ask you this. What inspired you to do shows?
Well, the lack of shows. Okay. The lack of shows inspired me because during that era, everybody got their own take on what transpired during that era, you know what I mean? But I felt like it was a void, with the underground. Okay. That's why you know, when I came up with it, it was DMV Underground.
Mm-hmm.
Underground, everybody forget it was Underground with DMV.
Okay.
And my goal was to bring all the artists, not just in, you know, this area, but in other areas together and create this unique underground that DC didn't really have. Like
kind of like an underground railroad kind of, but
it's like, but we didn't have the method or the means, you know what I mean? We just knew we wanted to rap.
We had the talent,
sing, right? But you know, coming from DC, everybody know how hard that was to do.
Yeah, definitely.
So we was like, we just gonna throw these little shows, and you know. So what inspired me is like I just like when I started with video, same thing. I felt like it wasn't enough being done. So I was like, let's do this some more. Come on, let's do some open mics. Let's do showcase. Let's do this. And that's what we did. So that's how it turned out. Man,
you've done so many great things. I mean, and I seen you work with Jag Money, you work with Bishop Toon. We work with a lot of guys, but as well as doing the shows by yourself.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've seen some of the things. I think one of the biggest battles that I ever did was the battle with you. I did it a scumbag way because knowing you was kind of almost fresh out when we did it. So I knew you didn't. I caught you at the time. I wanted to catch you for my own being, because you really didn't have an ear to the street yet. You messed with some of the guys, but if I would have gave you that chance to study, but I knew, you know, but you did. It was a lot of great talent in there. It was a lot of great talent in there, and I do have to address something on that night. I remember because at that time, you don't know, they started overcharging us for that club because a couple weeks prior, TTO got to fight.
Which club?
Turntables.
Oh yeah.
They charged us more than we could really possibly make. We would have to pack it. When the night was all over, bought them. You was gone. I was looking for you. When it was all said and done, after I paid the door girl, I forgot who it was, and paid everybody out, it was $40 left. I walked around that club looking for you. You was gone. I know you was.
See, the thing is, I never rented turntables.
Yeah, it had the great sound, but
they had some hell of a sound. But I never rented that club a day in my life.
They used to give it to us for free, but what happened was they got to fighting in there a couple times.
Yeah, I ain't never rent that club out before.
Let's talk about some of these clubs that you did rent. Yeah. Let's talk about some of these clubs, because we're gonna get into some of these artists too. Because you know, some of the clubs that you rented, I remember, was it Tropicalia?
Tropicalia was one, Jan World, was another one, Climax, Daedalus, Velvet Lounge,
you did a lot.
Gardens, of course, the Island Cafe.
Island, you should have been on
Studio 54. It's a bunch of spots, man. It's probably some I ain't even remembering right now that we rented out. You know what I mean? So we just, you know, we always was trying to, like, I'm from the arts. So my thing was, I'm gonna project the arts.
We gonna get into that.
The Market Lounge was the very first spot I ever rented out.
That's what I wanted to know.
Yeah, that was the very first spot, and that was the Crank Fest, the original Crank Fest.
Okay, the original. And who was on the Crank Fest as for?
It was Pause 911, I believe. It was White Folks. It was Heavyweight. It was Caddy, but he don't go by DJ. He didn't go by DJ Caddy back then.
Okay,
you know what I mean. But it was a bunch of top dogs on there. You know what I mean? Like, and it was a guy by the name of Brad Rabbit. He wasn't a rapper.
Okay,
he was an animator.
Oh, okay.
And what he did was he animated all the artists.
Okay.
And we had a projector, so we projected the animation behind every artist that performed.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it was crazy. And that was like the first club. And the owner, his name was Daryl, just like Daryl from
Island Cafe. Yeah.
You know, and so we did Market Lounge a few times.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, but
so what was home?
Caddy name was Rated R.
Rated R. You know, I know Rated R.
So,
I know.
Yeah, that's my brother. Yeah. So all of them my brothers. But so
great talent.
It was a bunch. I can't remember. It's been so long ago. I can't remember everybody. Crank Lucas was there.
Yep. Okay.
Frank Lucas was there. You know, shout out to my brother Frank Lucas and all that. But yeah, it was a bunch of people there. So, and then, you know, of course, Go-Go took that, made it dead Crank Fest. But man, that came from rap, man.
I mean, it's a lot of things that came from, like, we done heard over, like, many a times, you know, where the word DMV came from, and you know,
yeah,
and
that's always going to be a debate.
And then it's a debate. What is the DMV? Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna ask you something, because I know I did my homework, right? Where did the DMV come from?
Now, normally I wouldn't even engage in this conversation,
but with that, the world need to know.
But because every day is always, you know, that question.
Yes, it is.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, all right, this 20 years in the making, right?
Okay.
DMV came from me and a guy named Keyway Galloway.
Okay.
Keyway, me and Keyway went to Duke Ellington School of the Arts together.
Cousin went there with you.
Right.
Yeah.
So Keyway was in music. I was in visual arts.
Okay.
After high school, you know, we ended up, you know, after all that stuff I went through out of high school, we ended up running into each other. So we decided to start a record label called Skinny Fats, because he was skinny and I was fat.
Okay.
So we called it Skinny Fats. And we was making music one day, and Keyway was like, yeah, he was rapping. He was like, DMV. So I was like, what's that? He's like, DC, Maryland, Virginia. I said, oh shit. Light bulb went off. So I put in the groundwork. You know what I mean? I made the logo. The very first logo was DMV with a mic underneath of it. And the mic had Underground written on. I still got a t-shirt to this day. The very first t-shirt. So what happened was I decided to use that, right? To start using that. So I'm marketing that. I'm promoting that. I'm doing that at the shows and stuff. And that's when, and then of course, Heavyweight, you know what I mean? So Heavyweight was pushing it too. Okay. That's when Dre came in. So Dre came in later.
Dre all day.
Yeah. So Dre all day came in later. So Dre, and for years, Dre was like, Dre started DMV. He know that. He got a video on YouTube saying he didn't. So he know he didn't. Yeah. But he did push it. Yeah. So there's people that came along like him, like Two-Face, the Wild Boy, my brother. You know what I mean? Dan Wilder. Lola Monroe. Okay. And Wale, people like that took it to a national level. People on the radio took it to that. But it started from grassroots. Okay. So it started from us. It started from me and Q8. Okay. And I got the paper trail. I had the very first DMV Underground website. I had the very first flyers, very first t-shirts, all that. So I still got that.
Can I ask you something?
Go ahead.
What is the DMV?
DMV just means, it's simple. DC, Maryland, Virginia.
Is Baltimore the DMV?
Yes, it is. It's in Maryland, ain't it?
It's the DMV.
Now, let me tell you something. I work in Baltimore.
Yes, you do.
Right? And what I try to tell my Baltimore family is this. We ain't talking about the streets. Yeah. The DMV ain't got nothing to do with the streets.
Yeah, I got
it. The DMV is all about business. So if you have a product, you don't want your product to be confined to just your block. Exactly. Or just one area in Baltimore or one area in DC. You want an umbrella. That's what the DMV is about. It was about an artist getting support from 3 separate places. Yes. As an umbrella. That's what it's about. But with the misconception, and then you got these platforms that don't know what it is. Okay. Right. And they pushing this narrative that, I'm not from, nobody is from the DMV. Yeah. You either from DC, Maryland, or Virginia. Yep. But I guarantee you, if you got a product and you try to become successful, like my hot sauce, what I look like saying DC or nothing trying to sell hot sauce? You can't do that. It's not good for business. It's not good for business. Yeah. So when you say, DC or nothing, but you're a business, that's not good for business. Exactly. You just shunned out a lot of stuff. You just shut down a lot of bridges. Yeah. Definitely. Because people gonna be like, he don't like where I'm from. I'm not gonna buy that. I'm not gonna do that. But it was about music at first. Okay. Right. So it was like, okay, if I put out a song, I want people in DC, Maryland, and Virginia to support that song. Yeah. Definitely. And I'm just starting with the bass. Okay. Right. Because it could go further than that. It could stretch further than that. But how easier would it be if you get the support of those 3 places for the stretch down in Georgia? Yeah. Or Atlanta? Because people gonna be like, hey, yo, check this out. To their family and people, friends, stuff in other states.
Exactly.
But when you anti-social living in a box, you would never understand what it means.
People will say crabs in the barrel, but yet they won't acknowledge the DMV.
Yeah, because they think it's about the block or the streets. It's not about the streets.
Bigger than that.
It's not about the streets.
It's bigger.
It's way bigger than that. Now think about it. Just today, I was scrolling through Instagram, and I came upon when Jaden Daniels got drafted, right? And Adam Peters was there, and Quinn was there, right?
Okay.
And the owner of Josh was there, and Josh said, "Daniels, I want to welcome you to the DMV." And I stopped the joint, and I said, "Dang, he don't even know where it came from." And then when you get up in the morning, like I say all the time, you turn on the radio, you hear the meteorologists, they don't even know where it came from. But look how big it became. So for you to be a business, what you should be doing is you should be embracing it. So you can further your business. This ain't about no block, this ain't about no gang, this ain't about no crew, this ain't about no streets. None of that. Don't even matter, because we businessmen, we ain't concerned with that. What we concerned with is expanding our growth and our potential. We thinking about core values. That's what we thinking about. One of the core values is, if I got a business, I'm trying to grow that business.
Exactly.
So I can't isolate myself. Oh, I'm from D. And here's another thing that they always used to say over the years. Some Maryland Bama created the DMV. I'm from DC.
Yeah.
I was born and raised uptown. I was born at Howard University.
Yeah.
My mother still live right there. I'm from 6 and S. I'm from the compound.
Okay.
You know what I mean? 811, all that. KDP, that's where I'm from.
Okay.
Yeah, around that area, Shaw neighborhood. That's where I grew up at.
How was it growing up around
there? It taught me a lot. Yeah, I mean, my father, he was doing a lot of time for murder. You know what I mean? My mom, she was out there, but she got clean, when I was like 17 or something like that. My grandfather was the pillar, because my grandfather, he was from South Carolina, and he had a farm. I ain't gonna say the farm, but he grew a lot of stuff. I became a farmer later, but he grew, corn.
You a country boy.
Yeah. That's what I am.
Yeah,
I mean, and my grandparents were from the country, and they raised me. You know what I mean? But it was crazy, man. I seen a lot, man, you know what I mean? But I was, back in them days, man, I wasn't thinking about no business or no music.
So, so did you ever go down south a lot, like to visit and stuff? So you was birthed
Gastonia. Like, that's where my grandmother's family was. My grandfather's family from South Carolina, but I went down Gastonia a lot when Trailways was on New York Avenue.
Yeah, that
you know what I mean. So,
oh man,
a Greyhound and Trailways on New York Avenue, because we lived right up on 13th. I used to live with my grandmother a lot, and she lived on 13th E, where the old Amico was. It used to be Amico right there, because she used to work right there at the Amico. So we would walk down or take a cab down to New York Avenue, get on Trailways, and go down. Because my grandmother had 21 siblings.
So you got a big
family.
And
my grandfather, my mother's father, had 13 kids.
So where most of your family from? Where do they live? Most of your family?
But here or extended?
Extended. Period. Like
all over, man.
For real?
All over, man. Predominantly in the South.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, my daughter live in Atlanta. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so, my other daughter's in North Carolina. So she's at NCAT.
Okay.
But, predominantly, I got a lot of cousins here, though.
Okay.
I probably got about, I don't know. I would probably put the number at like at least 40 to 50 cousins in DC alone.
Right.
Alone. That's just cousins.
From all sides of DC?
Yep. That's just cousins. You know what I mean? Okay. So, like I said, and I'm just saying, I'm not even talking about my father's side. My mother's side, like I said, my grandfather had 13 kids.
Okay.
My mother and her siblings, and then their kids. I'm that generation.
Okay.
And then my cousins had kids.
So where does it put you? Are you like in the middle, or you one of the older ones? Or
I'm one of the older ones.
Okay. So you the big homie.
Yeah, I'm one of the older ones. Man, I got two brothers. I'm the oldest, and I got a sister. I'm the oldest.
Okay.
Out of all of us. So.
Okay. Yeah. So let me ask you this: with your family, where did you pick up the arts? From what side, or how did you decide?
I really can't tell you because you know what? I would have to say I take that back. I would have to say my aunt's side, my mother's sister.
Okay.
Tina, may she rest in peace, because Tina used to live in Trinidad, and when I was little, Tina was an artist.
Okay.
And Tina used to buy me art supplies. Matter of fact, my mother bought me art supply kit when I was just like maybe 4 or 5. I remember that was living on Peace Street, Northwest.
Okay.
And I used to just sit right and draw and all that stuff. I used to always scribble. Even when I was with my grandmother, I wasn't allowed to go too many places. I just go sit on the porch and just draw the building across the street.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff like that. Write poetry, what I mean? Stuff like that. And but my aunt, she had a big old sketch table and all that. And, the H pencils, the B pencils, you know what I mean, and all that. And then when I just always drew. And so in junior high, because I used to go to Shaw. They kicked me out of Shaw, which changed my life for the good because I ended up going to Francis.
Okay.
And my art teacher in Francis, because I used to always draw, he thought I was really good. He was like, you should audition for Duke Ellington. I didn't even know what Duke Ellington was.
Okay.
So when I got to the audition, I'm probably like maybe 15 at the time. And they had us draw a live model. I never drew a person. And they had us use charcoal. And so I just sat down and just I was done in like 15 minutes, like and left. And then I got a letter, and they was like, "Congratulations, you got accepted." And I was like, "Shit."
How did you feel?
I felt it was a feeling I don't think I ever feel again, man. Because at the time, in my life, man, things wasn't right. I'm my grandmother getting the PA check for me. And all that. My father was still down Lawton. My mother's still on drugs. And it was like I ain't never been that excited in my life, but I told everybody. I was like, I'm going to Duke. I'm going to Duke. I showed them the letter and all that. And so I entered into Duke the same year that Boys in the Hood came out. 1991. You know what I mean? And I was big on that type of stuff. So and we, it was. I'm telling you, I was just up Duke. We just had a 50 year anniversary.
Thing. All the alumni came out and stuff.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is, my other profession is safety. When they renovated Duke, I was safety on that site.
Oh, wow.
So I'm walking through the old hallways and stuff. I'm like, damn, bro, I wish I could go back and relive these moments because we take it for granted.
All the time.
At the time. And then when we get older, you be like, man, I wish I could.
Some great times.
The high school. But it's a great school, man. And it really, the trajectory was just straight up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if I wouldn't have went to Duke, I was going to go to Cardozo. I'd probably be dead or in jail if I went to Cardozo.
So Duke Ellington kind of saved you.
It saved me. Because I definitely, the way I was, man, and Cardozo was right across one of my other stomping grounds, Garfield.
So let me ask you, so how did you get into the music aspect of it?
Well, I didn't get into music until I came home from Lawton.
Okay.
I was in YC1. I came home in 98. And when I came home, I always wrote poetry, but I never, no, that's a lie. I did record a song way back in the days. And it's funny because the dude that took us to the studios used to be a studio on 7th Street, right around the corner from my mother's house.
Okay.
A dude named Lewis. All right. So Lewis is a childhood friend of mine. Lewis is a DJ for PGC, and he's also the tunnel DJ for the Commanders.
Man. Oh, wow.
He was the very first person that took us to the studio and we recorded the song, right? And it's way before Duke and all that, right? So that's my first. Let me take you back in front of that. My mother gonna be mad if I don't say this. The very first rap I ever recorded was on a cassette tape at my mother's house on Sheriff Road.
Okay, tell us about this.
We made a song about my aunt. My aunt name was Lisa. My brother was beatboxing, I was rapping, and we called it Lisa.
Okay.
And we recorded, the little tape deck joint.
Recorded.
Yeah, my mother tell you we recorded it. And my mother always bring it up. That was a very, because we used to break dance. We used to break dance, spin on our head so much we had ball spots.
Oh, wow.
Right. So we was all into Beat Street, breaking.
I
was always into John Rapper Hood with Cuba Gooden.
Okay.
Not Cuba Gooden. Was it Cuba Gooden? Nah, that wasn't Cuba. I can't remember the other dude's name. But John Robin Hood was a movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Just like B Street Breaking, Fat Boys, the Orderlies and all that. So I was always in that. And I used to, my very first record that I had was Aerosmith from Run DMC, Walk This Way.
Was that the first rap song you learned?
No, Rock the Bells was the first one.
Rap song.
Because my mother used to have this boom box.
Okay.
And I used to steal it. Because she wouldn't let us play with it.
Oh, okay.
So on 6th Street is an alley, right? We used to sit at this abandoned building. And my mother wasn't around. I'd take the boom box.
Oh,
and go out there. We'd be crazy. And then a lot of people don't know that during that time, DC had a rap radio station, WOL, Conan.
Okay.
Right? Conan, and the studio was on 8th Street, 8th and H.
Okay.
So I think around 7:30, something like that, they played all rap, but it was all New York rap.
Oh yeah.
They didn't play. Okay. But they played Run DMC, they played LL Cool J, Special Ed, Big Daddy Kane, stuff like that. But yeah, so getting into rap came, really seriously came when I came home. So when I came home, and a lot of people don't know this too, I was in gospel rap when I came home.
Okay.
Right. So, I've been got saved before I even got into what I got to.
Yeah.
But I came home and I was working at Rite Aid. I was working a night shift up in Tacoma, was it Langley Park. And so I was, walking across the street one day and I heard a voice say, man, start a rap group. I'm like, a rap group? And the voice was just so clear.
You could hear
and it was like, start a rap group. And I was like, what kind of rap group? Gospel rap group. So I had a friend of mine who was from the compound named, his name, I ain't even gonna say his name. He'll like to be on social media. I ain't gonna say it. I'm just gonna call him up. That's what I'm gonna call him. Then I had another friend, right? So we formed this group called Iron Sharpen Iron.
Okay.
And we used to perform in the church. And I had my very first album that I made myself with a CDR, a board and a drum machine. And if you mess up, you got to erase the whole CD type of thing.
Yep, I already know.
Right? So, Dirty Bathwater was the name of it.
Okay.
Right? And then after that, I bought a DR 202 and I had Cubase. And I met a dude from Nigeria. And he was going to, I think he was going to Capital College or something. He had all this equipment. And he was like, man, can you keep my equipment at your house? I was like, yeah. And he came and he disappeared. I ain't never seen the dude after that. So I started learning how to play beats and stuff. And then Keyway was doing most of my beats. And then the very next album was called X Thuggin'.
Okay.
That was a gospel album, a gospel rap album called X Thuggin'. I ain't got the photos and all that stuff. But then what changed for me was the church wasn't ready.
For what you was doing. You was giving it to them raw.
Yeah. They had me performing at overnight joints 2-3 o'clock in the morning, bro. And I'm like, this is disrespectful. Like, y'all not ready for this. So I went back to my ordinance. But if people really know me and they really listen to my music, they'll hear that.
You'll hear the message, the word.
You'll hear it. You'll hear it. Because a lot of my music wasn't about negativity. You'll hear it. But that's where I start.
Okay. All right. So moving from the shows, I knew you were shooting videos. I seen a couple cats you were shooting the videos, and then he was making beats. I was like, damn, this dude do everything. He make beats. He shoot video. He do it all.
Well, I tried to do it.
I think he was pretty successful at doing what he was doing. I think he was pretty. I could really like, how they say the Godfather of go-go.
Yeah.
I would honestly. I think I got a little weight up here a little bit.
Oh, you do?
I think you would be the Godfather of hip hop. Godfather of the underground up here.
You know, I look at it like this, man, because there's different levels. Like, you know, I got people that was before me that I gotta pay homage to. You know, people like Tony Blunt, you know, Stinger Ding.
I know him.
You know,
I know
DC
him.
Scorpio, you know, rest in peace, Fat Rodney, you know, Lil, Section 8, you know what I mean, POP, you know, people that really paved the way for me. So I can't take no credit for the way that it was paved, but I will take credit for taking that and building on that foundation.
Yeah.
Because the foundation was there. But I just felt like we had to put a little bit more bricks on top of that.
A little mortar on it,
you
and
know, let's get a roof up, and let's get some walls, some windows up. You know, let's get some HVAC in here. Let's get something going where, you know, when it comes to time for us to pass the torch, then, you know, the youngins can go ahead and build on it. And the sad part about it is the youngins don't know their history. Yeah, they think this was always the way it was, and it wasn't. You had people out here that I know that were phenomenal rappers and just gave up.
Yeah.
Because
there was no outlets for them.
There was no outlets. There was lack of support. There was support, but it was a lack of support. And then there was the war between go-go and rap.
Yeah, you had a kind of like so how my guys asked, you know, I'm from here. I grew up on Rhode Island Avenue, and then I moved to the Fort Washington out when I got like 9, 10 years old. And I graduated. I went to I was supposed to go to Friendly, but they stopped that. And, so I had to go to Gwynn Park. So I was out there. But the thing was, I mean, my aunt was one of the first ones to get Northeast Groove. Was out at Wilmer's Park?
Wilmer's Park.
Yeah. And you know, and I knew a little about the hip hop, but when I moved to Georgia, I went there in 93, right? Fresh out of high school. I went there in 93. I started doing music after the military, and as far as heavy, you know, taking it serious. When I came back here, my brother was recording. That was when Infrareds was a little young buck. The little bros, they was doing chaos. They was recording at the house. The thing is, the cats in Georgia love the guys up here rapping. It's like, it's some talent up there. What's going on? The difference is, and I will always say that, is people up here have it harder. It's because the media don't push the artists like other cities. It's not the talent. It's by far it's not the talent. It's the media, the radio stations, even the internet radio stations that's now put an artist on it. No matter what kind of outlet you have, they need to support. That's the key. It's not no crab. Why we not making this crabs and barrel? That's every city. It's the media. It's the media. It's the key. Is the media, and also going out outsourcing. Now the internet that made the world smaller. And I tell youngins now that the world, if we had the internet, imagine if you had the internet.
We didn't have none.
Imagine if you had the internet.
Nah, we had limited internet.
Yeah.
You know, we had
Very
Black
limited.
Planet,
Black Planet,
MySpace,
right when MySpace started.
Right.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
Think about like somebody the other day. I can't remember who it was, and they was like, you got to leave the DMV to become successful. No. And I totally disagree with that.
I agree
because of what you just said about the internet making the world smaller.
Yeah,
we didn't have the tools that they have now. I mean, they got cap cuts, they got all kinds of apps that they can do. We didn't have that.
Nothing.
But what they don't understand, like I told when I commented on it, and many people agree with what I'm saying. I said, you don't gotta leave. I'm gonna tell you something. What y'all need to do is understand the difference between marketing, branding, and promotion.
There you go.
Because they don't know the difference. First of all, you can't market or promote something that you don't have branded. And one of the analogies I always give is this: if I go into the grocery store, right, and I go down the soap powder aisle, right, I'm looking for soap powder to wash my clothes.
Yes,
right, and I see a box that says Tide. Or I see, and then I see a box that says Giant brand. Which one is better?
If you see a box that say
Tide soap powder,
and a box that say
Giant, the store brand soap powder next to each other.
Well,
which one is better?
People are going to automatically gravitate to the Tide.
Well, why?
Because it says Tide.
Because it was branded.
Yeah, because it has the name.
But it's the same soap powder.
But it has that name.
That's the point I'm trying to make.
Because it has a name.
The name.
Cereal could taste the same. It could be Captain Crunch and Crunch Puff from
go to dollar store. You can get the same
Puff.
Cheerios. It might be called Cheerios.
Yeah, it might. Yeah,
Cheerios.
Yeah, but it's
same
thing.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, I got.
But
it's brand.
The consumer is going to gravitate to that brand
because they feel like it's a better pull. It's a better buy.
Like it's a better product, but
better quality, better everything. It's because of the name. And because
it's not a better quality.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But because of the name, because it's been branded properly, they think it's better.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So if I go buy a pair of shoes, right? I go to like we used to do, you know, our parents go to Payless. We get clown for going to Payless. Our mothers spent $15 on some shoes. Your mother got a little bit more money, so she bought you some Nikes.
Yeah, the pumps.
Which shoes gonna last the longest? Probably the Payless.
Probably the Payless shoes. Right? Probably the Payless shoes.
That's the whole point I'm trying to make. It's about the brand. So when you brand your shit, they gonna select yours regardless if it's the same type of quality.
Because it's branded.
It's
all about branding.
It's all about branding, man. And once you brand it, then you can figure out your demographic.
Well, let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
You knowing all this knowledge is for as you've been here. You worked at the shows, you've put on shows, you pull shit out to your damn yard shit.
Yeah,
you bought bands to shit. Like if you say you can do it, you've probably done it. Okay.
Yeah, man.
You know, fire truck engine. We gonna get into. We gonna get into that.
Yeah.
You've done it. Like, is it anything else before you walk away from this hip hop thing? Is it any other thing that you want to do? Is it anything? Is it a scratch that you need to scratch? Is it an itch you need to scratch?
So, man, I think for me, I've had a lot of unique experiences. You know, I travel the world. You know what I mean? I've seen different cultures, different people, how they live. I know what God has called me to do. I know what my purpose is. I've been new. I was hard-headed at it, but I've been new. Right now, man, I think I'm satisfied with what I've done. I don't have to make another rap song, man. Like, that's why I don't even truly have the motivation for it. But when I did the video, the reason why I did that video was because, one, I love the song. Two, a lot of people love the song. They was like, man,
it's real catchy.
You got to do that. And I'm like, all right. Reluctantly, though, I was like, all right, I'll do it. You know what I mean? But as far as me spending a lot of time and sacrificing what I've sacrificed before for music, it's not going to happen. You know what I mean? Like, I sacrificed a lot for that. Just like you said, walking around the club with $40 after you put a show together and everybody show up late. And everybody keeps saying, won't you do this? Won't you? I done it. What are you telling me? Won't I do something I already done? You know what I mean? Going home late at night with no money after you put a show together. You know, stuff like that.
To put the greatest show around on that's around here. Done everything that you could do.
I done been there, done that. I've had great shows. I took some L's. You know what I mean?
You probably done put more money in it than you done got out of it.
Realize is that I always had a 9 to 5.
But what kept you doing it?
The love for the
say it
arts.
again. It's the what?
The love for the arts. Started off at Duke Ellington.
It wasn't for a money grab.
Before music, it was for the love of the art. I love the art. I listen to all kinds of music. You know what I mean? I love the arts. you know, my daughters are extremely talented. You know what I mean? They play instruments. Like they not even in music, but they know how to play.
Yeah, I got you.
You know, my daughter just graduated for film. One of her films won a jury award and made it over to Hollywood.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So she's in anime. Like she's one of the only few black females in animation.
Okay.
So my kids, I'm not gonna live vicariously through my kids.
Okay.
I had these experiences. And I sit back and I just smile when people hit me, man. You the legend, you this, you that. I said, man, I always show love. I'm like, man, I appreciate. I don't care if it's a person with one follower, man. I get that all the time. They're inboxing, man, bro. I ain't know you was, man. I appreciate you. Salute. That's my things, right? So I don't have to go in the studio, man. Like I don't even remember the last time besides that song I've been in the studio. You know what I mean? So LJ from Backyard hit me up the other day. Man, him want to do together. Matter of fact, we had our first go-go band together, me and LJ, L Dog Rag. And he was like, man, because he done a bunch of songs for me. But we never released them. So he was like, man, we got to get this bass player so we can release this song. And I'm like, yeah, let's do that. You know what I mean? And the only reason why I'm saying that to him is because we had good quality music that's already in the vault. I don't have to do nothing else. I don't have to go in the studio and record a track.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? All I gotta do is say, okay, let's just put it out there. And when I put it out there, it's not for sale, right? It's just for people to hear. You want to hear it. You don't want to hear it?
Yeah.
Fine with me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's not gonna stop my motion. So my motivation really is just, I'm a motivational speaker as well. You know what I mean? So I'm an OSHA trainer, all that.
Yeah,
but
I see,
you know,
I see.
My thing is I want to share my experience, not just with artists.
For life. You want the life skills.
Right. I was the first person to teach hip hop in DC jail. Right. A friend of mine who also went to Duke, she's a teacher. She had me coming over there to DC jail, the same jail I was locked up at, and CTF. As a matter of fact, I was the CTF and DC jail high school commencement speaker. And I came from that place. You know what I mean? So when I walked through the walls, I'm like, man, I remember this. I'm like, and I was young and I ain't know where I was going. I used to be in my cell, look out the window, and all you see is a cemetery. Right? And you've been over CTF. You look out the window and you'll see the cemetery. I'm like, damn, my grandmother warned me about this. But you know, it's been a great journey, man. I don't have no regrets.
What advice would you give the upcoming artists? That's coming up. A guy you might see or a young lady over there in the cut, writing their verse, going to perform. You might be just casually out. You might came to show some love just because somebody told you come show some love. You know, you pop, every once in a while you do pop out.
I do that.
You do pop out. So on one of your pop out nights, what advice would you give upcoming artists?
I would say substance. And when I say substance, what I want them to understand is you have a million other rappers who's rapping the same stuff you rapping about. What's gonna set you apart?
Yeah.
Right? You can have good production, but you rapping about the same thing.
The same shit.
Like dig deep. You know what I mean? Dig deep and come up with something. Don't worry about being accepted or included or being street and all that. Make good music. Second thing I would tell them, what should be the first thing, is learn the business. Learn about contracts.
Yeah.
Learn about the difference between mechanical or performance royalties.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Learn, like I told you about marketing, brand, and promote. Learn that.
Learn how to
learn the business. Learn the engine that's behind the business. Because the engine is about money. Definitely. You should learn the independent side.
Yes.
So that you can retain your power, right? And once you build your power to that certain frequency, then you know you can have the leverage that you want. But a lot of artists just all they see is the diamonds, the gold, and the women.
Yeah, that's what they do. They get into it for the shine, not the grind. They get
into it for the recognition, and that's the wrong reason to get into music, man.
Yeah.
That's the wrong reason. We true artists, I'll say this again. For us, it's about the creation. It ain't about just hopping out the bed or off the porch and going in rapping about something. I'm a storyteller. That's all. I always been a storyteller in my music. I'm a storyteller. Like I'm trying to paint that. Yeah, I'm trying to paint that picture.
Yeah,
you just talking.
You gonna always get them when you can tell a story. Well, I'm about to put you on the hot seat right now.
All right, let's go then.
Okay, name your 5 top artists that came.
I knew you was gonna say that.
That came out of the city. I'm gonna give you 2 different ones. Your 5 top artists that came out of the city that got on. You can go back to Marvin Gaye, whatever. It's not just a rap. Name your 5 top artists that came out of when I say the city, the DMV area.
I try to stay away from the 5 top of anything, but I'm gonna go ahead.
Yeah, we put you on the hot seat.
I'm gonna go ahead and comply with you, man. In my opinion, and I'm not just gonna say DC, right?
Yeah,
right.
DC,
of course, Marvin.
Okay.
I'm gonna include Chuck because Chuck wasn't just the go-go artist.
Yeah.
You know, okay. Chuck played with a Latin band.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Before he became the godfather of go-go.
Talk to him.
You know what I mean? So I gotta respect the musicians. Tanya Blunt. That was one of my favorites.
Okay.
And a lot of people don't remember Tanya Blunt. You know what I mean?
Educate them.
You know, Tanya Blunt. I think I was living on 58 when I first heard Tanya Blunt. I was in love with Tanya Blunt, man. I was in love with Tanya Blunt, but you know, Tanya Blunt, let me see. I said Marvin, I said Chuck, Tanya. Of course you're gonna have the now, like I said, I'm talking about the whole DMV, right?
Whole DMV.
Of course you're gonna have, you know, the Genuine, you know what I mean? Because you know that when he came out with that and Timberland, you know what I mean, whatever, you know, you could go on Missy Elliott, you know, but those are top echelon people. But I will say this: I'm proud of, you know, Wale.
What about Johnny Gill?
I was getting to Johnny. Man.
Oh, my bad. No, my bad. That's your list.
Can I get the Johnny?
Yeah.
I say all singers and go. I'm trying to get the little rappers some shine now.
Okay, now the top.
All right, let me get some rappers.
All
right, let me get some rappers some shine. All right, and there's gonna be more than 5. Okay. Even though I don't. Okay, but I gotta give Wale props. You know what I mean? I knew Wale before he got on. You know what I mean? Of course, I love Trail, but one of my favorite artists is Light Show.
Light Show.
You know what I mean? That's my brother. You know what I mean? Light Show. Marvin, you know what I mean? E-Class.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
E-Class. Here.
Yeah, E-Class, that's my boy. And he may not be on that international level, but I got to show love to the dude I named his households after, Kill Switch. All right.
Okay.
Killer Cow.
Okay.
I think he's just a phenomenal, and I put Los in that category too. Let's see, that's covered Rob. I don't want to go because I can go on and on.
Yeah, you gotta go, but we got you right there.
But let me address what you just said, right? Johnny. It's crazy that you said Johnny because the other day I was thinking, I drive a lot. So I was thinking, I was like, I think Johnny Gill was the best singer in
to come out of
New Edition.
Out of New Edition? The best?
I think he was the best singer. If you have listen to the song, is ironic. It's called "Boys to Men" from New Edition.
Yeah, that joint was.
Hey, growing up. Come on, I'm not even talking about his solo stuff.
Okay, I got you.
I really think that he had the most powerful voice in New Edition.
Well, let's take it to my. After that, my, put on your red shirt.
There you go.
Oh my God, yeah, he was.
There you go. I can't sing, y'all.
What did he say? With was it Stacey Lattisaw? Was he with her?
Hold on, see you getting ahead of me.
Oh, my bad. You know,
I was about to mention Stacey Lattisaw.
Okay.
I
don't. Let me look.
Stacey Lattisaw.
Okay.
One of my favorites. All right. Now, like I said, I can go on and on and on and on. And I really don't have a top.
Okay.
These are just people that I respect and that I love. And it's way more than that. You know what I mean? I can go from Question Mark Asylum on down to nonchalant.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Not down in a disrespectful way, but just to nonchalant. You know what I mean? You know, one of the most crankingest songs that was on the radio, One Track Mind. I can go to my Godfather, Stone Cold Hustler.
Okay.
You know, DC Scorpio.
Oh,
you know, I mean,
Scorpio.
You know, I can go on
you can go.
and on and on
Tony Blunt,
to the break of dawn. You know what I mean? So
let's turn the heat up. Shout out my man Jamal, my partner in the studio. He's running the boards.
Shout out Jamal, man.
Capital Magazine, one of Philly's finest down in the DMV. So we gonna turn the heat up
crazy.
on.
I thought that was Jamal on the screen.
Oh wow.
like that.
MJG and 8-Ball,
MJ.
Yeah. So we
goes on.
We gonna turn the heat up on him, Jamal, a little bit. We gonna put a little pressure on him. He say he don't duck smoke.
Pressure.
He don't duck smoke. Okay, so we gonna go.
Duck no.
All right. 5 of the best artists that the world haven't heard here in the DMV.
That the world haven't heard in the DMV. Whoo! All right. That's kind of tough right there, man. Because
if you wanted let me say it like this: if you wanted to start your own label or say, "Hey, I'm gonna step away. I've done everything I need to do, but I want to take 5 artists. I'm gonna go hand pick my 5, past, present, or something that's you see in the future. Give me your 5.
All right, that's gonna be hard. I know some people gonna get offended.
I'll give you 7. I'll give you 7. Lucky 7.
People gonna get offended.
That's all right. They could have been the 8th one. So hey,
all right. I would say Pretty Money Gang is 1.
Pretty Money Gang.
All right.
Well, I know about that Pretty Money Gang.
You know Pretty Money Gang.
Yeah, Pretty Money Gang.
Pretty Money Gang be cranking. I ain't gonna lie to you. They They females.
Yes.
They don't play.
Yes.
They crank. Let me see. Pretty Money Gang. This is hard. I don't know. You like
you got 6 more.
All right, 6 more. All right.
You can save yourself and call a group.
I ain't. I'll just no. I'll use that.
Okay, go ahead.
Right, Pretty Money Gang is 1.
Okay.
All right. And is it rappers? Or,
whatever you want.
I would say Bzell Story.
See, I'm not hip.
That's LJ.
Okay.
You know, LJ, you sing with Atlantic Star, by the way.
Okay.
You know I mean, dynamic R&B artist. You know what I mean? That does this thing. You know what I mean? So Bzell Story would definitely be one that I know that with his production and everything that he do, because he make his music from scratch.
Okay.
And he been singing with Backyard since high school.
Okay.
But a lot of people don't know that he also sings with Atlantic Star.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So Bzell Story, he calls himself Bzell Story.
Okay.
I'll put him my best one. I gotta say BE. Right?
Okay.
BE, you know, he been around for a long time. A lot of people don't know BE. And actually he was just at the Feed the Homeless Awards and got an award and stuff like that. So man, you know, the dude be cranking and stuff like that. What's my guy? God, now I just slipped my mind, man. I'll come back now. But he rap really fast.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So he be hanging out with Howie Doolittle and them and stuff like that.
Okay.
Man. I can't. I just lost.
Is it Deezy?
No, not Deezy. Not Deezy. But
nice.
Deezy is one.
He
because
nice
Deezy,
nice.
because Deezy is also a producer.
Yeah, he is. He's
right,
nice.
So Deezy is also a producer. So Kato Kane, right? Now, a lot of people don't know who Kato Kane is. Kato Kane is a female, by the way.
Okay.
And but Kato Kane has, you know, got some real thought-provoking music.
Okay.
And the people that I'm naming, the people are like, who? Well, just go and look.
Yeah, because this list is not going nothing like I thought she was gonna do. Go ahead.
This is my list. Because I'm not with the
click.
You know what I mean? You're not clicking. I can only speak from what I like.
Yeah.
And not saying I don't like nobody else. It's just
it's what,
you know, it's just,
if you had to put your money on it.
Yeah. So and another thing too, I gotta give Gina Rose.
I know Gina
love. So Gina Rose, she's a phenomenal singer. I've known Gina for a long time, many years. She used to sing backup, I think for Anita Baker, I want to say, but one of them. One of them major stars she sing back up with. And she's always singing, man, everywhere, all over the place. So Gina Rose would definitely be one I think that the world will love to hear. You know what I mean? Let me see who else. And one dude I haven't heard from in a long time that I thought would really take it far was Tricky Dice. You know what I mean? So Tricky, like I haven't heard from him. I don't even know. I hope he's all right. But I thought that dude had that. But you know, I don't know what went on with that. You know what I mean? And I'm only speaking on the ground.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and there's a lot of other dudes,
other people
out of Hagerstown, you know, out of
people
Richmond.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's unheard of. And like I said, I really try to stay away from the whole top this and top that. You know what I mean? Because I listen to so much.
Your range.
And I don't want to isolate my supporters because I didn't name them. You know what I mean?
Okay.
There's a young lady, she be rapping all the time too. You know what I mean? She out of Baltimore. And hold on, let me back up. Pinky the rapper, I'll name her because I just watched freestyles that she just did. I've been watching her for a while. You know what I mean? So she been doing her thing. And it's crazy because Pinky is another one. The other Pinky. Right? That's my cousin, by the way.
Okay.
Pinky Killer Corn. Yeah, that's my cousin.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know that. You know what I mean? But
okay.
Pinky. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot, man.
It's a lot of talent.
It's hard. Yeah. And like I said, I come from the art. So when I'm looking at it, may not be
totally different
what somebody else looking at. You know what I mean? So I can go on for days naming people.
Yeah, but those are the ones that stood out.
I think that the ones that I named, you know what I mean, I always thought that, you know, and there's more. So if y'all listening to this, man, don't blame my old memory, okay?
Yeah. This is strictly off top.
But the last one I'll say is T Spaz.
Okay.
All right. T Spaz is also a female rapper. That, oh man, I can name so many female rappers. T Spaz Spice. You know what I mean? God damn. It's so many female rappers I can really truly name. Devin Messina. You know what I mean? Like she sings and stuff like that. She does her thing. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot of females like, you know, I can name, and there's a lot of dudes I can name too. Yeah. Do that thing. Yeah. You know what I mean? So Tito Style, you know what I mean? People like that, you know, I respect them, you know what I mean? So especially down the guys out Big B out of Southern Maryland, you know, stuff like that, you know what I mean? Big B, you know what I mean? All that. So I could go on and on. My next question.
Okay. Well, if they could pull you out of retirement to do one more show the way you wanted to do it, would you do it? One more.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it right here at your place.
Okay.
In March.
Yeah, we talked. I saw the post. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do normally, you know, but normally I used to do like a birthday show every year.
Yeah.
But you know, I kind of got away, you know, just life, man. So, and because I love the spot so much, I was like, you know, and the video, I'm not even gonna premiere it until 2025.
Man, I'm waiting. I'm interested.
So I was like, okay, this is a nice spot. I say, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do a little EP before March, right? 6-7 songs. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have the video premiere and the EP listening party.
Okay.
All right. And it's gonna be the same deal. I'm gonna have food catered.
The guy, what's his name?
Daynell.
Hey,
that's another rapper I love too, Daynell. He's a rapper, by the way.
Okay. Yeah, man. I
shot videos for Daynell.
Okay.
But yeah, Daynell. It's called Intense Flavors.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna invite just a select group of people. It's VIP. You know how I roll.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's always people.
We don't let a lot of people come through and do their thing here. It's like the back cave. So if you do, it's not saying that we better than everybody. It's about protecting our peace and space.
And I get that and I respect that. And that's why.
And you've done good business.
You know, the last 2 events I did, you know what I mean?
They been A1.
VIP, bro.
Man, it was A1. It was real. It was real.
Except for one love.
Yeah, but we, you know, I really wanted to get in that, but I'm not even gonna do that. We're gonna keep that.
You can ask me anything you want to ask me, bro.
You know what?
You ask me anything you want to ask me. I told you. But other than that, bro, you know how I roll.
Yeah. I already know. And that was crazy, man.
Yeah, that was. But
all other than that, it was great vibes. And then the joint you did for your lady.
Yeah.
That was
I had a surprise birthday party for
that was beautiful. That was real. Man, that was real nice, man. How the family, it was like beautiful black people together.
And wasn't not one issue.
Not none.
You know what I mean?
And it was like,
not
it was like,
anyway.
I'm sitting there talking to my partner about, man. I was like, man, I'm gonna get a plate. They was like, man, we throwing an event. We can't get no plate. I said, man, y'all don't know,
Jamal
man.
came to me, was like, get a plate. I said, you better get more than
yeah. And it was like, man, trust me. I know. I was like, look, man, that's part of it, you know.
Man, you heard what I said on the mic. Everybody better eat.
And that's what Ma Duke said. She was like, you heard him. He said, everybody eat. Everybody, you better go get you a plate. But it was like, it felt like home. It was like, I didn't know how.
It's always going to feel like that when it comes to my events.
Yeah, man, because I didn't know nobody in there.
Yeah.
Except for you.
Right.
I've seen your lady before.
Seen my lady, yeah.
And you know, my partner and about that.
Yeah.
That's all I knew. But I felt like I knew everybody.
Because the people that I bring, it's exclusive.
And the crazy thing is, this is what I'm gonna tell you. Artists don't understand that as a promoter, producer, whatever we do for the arts, we have a personal life and we have people outside of what we do in the arts. We have a total different life.
We do.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Don't think that we put on shows because we're trying to make money and take your money. We do this. We take time away from our families and we have
we sacrifice a lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
You had a beautiful crowd.
Yeah.
A beautiful group of people in here. Like when I tell you black business people, it was some black excellence in here the other night.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And the reason is because those are the people I surround myself with.
Man, and
I remember when I was talking to you about it, I said, man, you ain't gotta worry about none of that.
Yeah. And I was like, are you sure, man? He was like, man, B. That's what y'all say, B. I'm telling you, man, we good.
Like, you ain't gotta worry about it.
Anything
that I do, bro, going forward, you know what I mean? Like, it's VIP. It's not open to everybody.
Yeah.
There's people mad at me now for not inviting them.
Man, it was very exclusive.
You know, this was for somebody that I care about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And everybody can't be in that space.
Who never had a surprise party given in this fashion.
Man, it was beautiful.
You know, so that's what I wanted to do for it. You know what I mean? So, and it was good.
Man, it was amazing, man.
And so the next one is gonna be and it's my birthday. So it's gonna be my birthday.
Oh, party. It's great.
So it's gonna be VIP, birthday, EP, and video release.
Oh man. I can't wait because the video, we're gonna put them on all the screens and
man.
And I know we're gonna get the photo booth out for you and stuff. I'm gonna have something special for you for that day though. I got something.
Like special. I said, it's VIP, man. It ain't gonna be but a few people.
Exclusive.
I don't need a whole lot of people.
All right, man.
25.
Now we're gonna get into the last thing, man. This is where he was talking about branding. This is where we come full circle to the branding. Well, before we get to that, this part right here, we gotta address this right here. Our man Bishop Twan.
Yeah.
You did events and y'all were getting closer and closer.
Yeah, that's my brother.
Closer.
Yep. 2017, man. In May. That's when he died. And it's crazy because I got a call from Eddie Kane. Shout out Eddie Kane, by the way.
Eddie, gotta shout out Eddie.
And he was like, man, you hear about Twan? I'm like, what? What about Twan? He said, man, Twan dead. I said, stop fucking lying, bro. And like that day for me, just kind of like just took everything out of me, man. That's when I stopped. I stopped everything probably at that point. I was like, man, I ain't doing no shows. I ain't rapping no more. I ain't doing none of this shit.
She was trying to put together, I think y'all was trying to come up with it.
I did an event for Twan on Down Pure.
I came.
Yeah, and that was it. because when I went to the funeral, when I seen my man laying in that casket with that Redskin jersey on, I was like, yo, what?
He called me 3 days before that, and I missed the phone call. It was late at night. I was like, what Twan want this late at night? And he called me, and that tells you sometimes if you see the phone ring, pick up the phone,
bruh.
And he left me a message. And
Twan left me a message, but I did talk to him before that. That's my brother. You know what I mean? And I stood there for a while when they put him in that ground. I was like, man, this is surreal, bro. Like it's like when Leo died. You know what I mean? When Leo got shot, when they tried to run in his house.
That was a good dude, man.
And Big Leo ain't never heard no. Big Leo was a legend.
He was I called him he was a gentle giant, man.
Mob, man. But Big Leo was the most compassionate person, man.
I told you, a gentle giant.
I would say this, he was the most compassionate rapper I ever met.
Yeah.
I remember one time, quick story. Me and Leo got a song together, right? Okay. This was on like my previous albums. I ain't put out an album in 8 years, almost 9. So on that album, me and Big Leo had a song. So I picked up Big Leo over in Cap Heights, right? And Big Leo get in the car, lean the seat all the way back, and was on the phone with this girl the whole time. I said, bro,
what are you doing?
I can't listen to my music.
Yeah,
like
what's going on here?
We gotta listen to the song.
Yeah, what are we doing?
He was like, oh shit, I gotta call you back, man. We both. I said, no, you gotta lean the seat back like you.
You got caught.
Like you about to put your feet up and shit. That was my brother, man. And Wamp Boys, you know what I mean? Like, my man got killed at Old Jan World.
It's crazy, man.
We lost a lot, man. But like I said, it's always long live Twan, man, because Twan is still and always will be DMV's #1 hip hop host. Ain't nobody ever gonna take his place, bro, for real. Because the stuff that we did together and how we raised these artists up. People don't remember Fat Trail was coming to these open mics.
Yeah,
that we was running.
Y'all did a lot of great stuff, man.
I remember Wale called a meeting over Magic Johnson Theater before he got on. I still got the tape.
Y'all did some great stuff, man.
And I'm proud of it. And I don't have no regrets, and I don't have no grudges. I don't have none of that, bro. You know what I do? I live my life.
Yeah. Twan. Let me tell you a story about Twan. After the situation with us, right? And I was going to talk about, I waited a few years to have this conversation with you, but we done had the conversation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I have so much respect for you and admiration for you. First of all, I
get some more Tito's, nigga.
Oh yeah, I mean,
go ahead, because I'm gonna just hold it.
Yeah, because we got about 30 minutes. He go get it. But listen, the admiration and respect that I have for
Ginger Rail too.
Tito.
My bad.
The admiration and respect I have for you, because, and I'm gonna segue this to Twan, because Twan had called me right after that.
Yeah.
So Twan always. After Twan would do some crazy shit, he was off the whim, but he would always think about it in the process of the call. And he would call me. He called me. He said, "B, what the fuck?" And I was like, "What you mean?" I was like, "Nah, bro, that shit was over my head." But listen, let me tell you,
go ahead.
Because I want to get into you and how the respect and admiration that I had after that. Because I was going through some demons myself during that time.
We all were.
Yeah. So Twan called me. He said, "B, I ain't never had no. I mean, like, being real, B, you a solid dude, and you solid. And I wasn't gonna come up there because I needed to hear from you." And he said it. And he told me, and I said, "Man," I was like, "Man, dog, that shit threw me off, because let me explain. Because I was coming to your show. I was promoting it. And you were the one dude that not only I respected, even though you're a little bit younger than me, I looked up to you. I go back to when you was getting locked up and you was selling that DPS 12. You said, "Meet me here." And I wanted it back. You said, "Look, dog, you can meet me here." And I met you. You know what I mean? And you waited for me. You know what I mean? And that really, you sparked a lot of. If it wasn't for you, it wouldn't have been no me here as far as DMV music. You feel me?
You know, my thing is, Zell, is, see, man, I'm trying not to get emotional, man, when we talk about Twan, because Twan, man, he meant so much to me.
Yeah, I know he did, man. Y'all were like,
the thing about,
y'all were inseparable on these shows.
You know, we had our arguments.
Yeah, but
you know, and we had our FUs and all that, but you know, it just really changed my perspective a lot when I lost him, man. It was like, bro, that's like a stab.
Yeah,
it was like me getting shot by the police all over again.
And that's one thing he said. He was like, man, he said it on that conversation we had. He was like, Bello is a good, I'm gonna use the words he said. That's a good nigga, man. Like, man, we go fix this shit, man.
But see, that's the thing about it. I always been looked at incorrectly because of my drive and my demeanor
and your passion,
and my passion for artists.
Yeah, your passion.
People I had an issue. I ain't gonna say it rapper, but you know, he felt that way before he ever got to know me.
Yeah,
he was like, man, I always thought you was a bully. I said, no, I wasn't no bully.
Dog, I always say you the nicest, meanest nigga I know. You a smile.
I'm about business, but I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Yeah, you straight up,
right?
You straight up. You a straight up
bully. I'm not bullying nobody. I'm fighting for y'all. Nigga.
Yeah. You are.
You hear what I'm saying? And that's what used to piss me off. I'm like, I'm out here fighting for y'all.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get your platform. Wouldn't be no fucking DMV hoods and news. None of that shit if it wasn't for me.
Listen.
None of it.
Man.
It would not exist. I was out here fighting.
You was on the front lines, dog. And I know from my stint of being here and all the stuff that you've done. I've looked at the fire truck, because the last segment we're gonna get into your hot sauce.
All right.
You feel me? But all the stuff you've done, all the things, but I want to address the man. We had our situation. It threw me off. It shocked me, and and it was completely lies. I had the paper trail. Listen. Let me
I ain't saying nothing.
I had the paper trail for it, and it stunned me. And the thing is, because this is like my family. Like, I considered you family, and I still do. You know, we family. We here, and I know how it is when they see greatness about to be together, they try to keep it apart. Because if me and you would have locked arms like we should have done, and you know, it would have been great.
And I got a rebuttal, not really a rebuttal, but a caveat for that. Because you know, after that situation, right, I learned the truth.
Yeah.
And that's when I came to you. It was like, bruh, you know, and man, a said person, we ain't friends no more.
I already know.
Because I had to check his ass with this.
We had people in the we had people. Here's the thing. We had people in the car that night. And what I said, it wasn't nowhere near that. I wouldn't even, dog, I was coming to your show the next night.
Set it up.
Yeah, and so, and the crazy thing, and there was other people that fed on it, but I had paper trails of them.
The thing about it was he couldn't deal with his liquor.
Yeah, it was the alcohol, and I knew alcohol, and that was the reason that you were the only one that came up,
because he was saying all this and all that. And I'm like,
it never was.
At first, I was like, you lying.
Yeah, but I mean, sometimes you go, because sometimes people, the lie sounds so much better than the truth.
It did.
You know what I mean?
But I found out the truth.
Yeah.
And I corrected it.
Yeah, it definitely did. But I'm gonna say this. I'll never forget this. I inboxed you like 2 days later. I was like, look, let me tell you something. Don't ever, as long as you live, put your hands on me again. And you was like, yo, like, right? I thought it was gonna be done, right?
Good.
This nigga said, yo, I don't need nobody around me. We can meet up wherever. Parking lot still. I was like, look, damn. I said, like I said, But then it was like, damn.
Yeah,
I was like, well, damn, what the fuck I'm gonna do now? What I need to say next, right? I'm thinking like, shit, I can't leave it like this. So I think all I can think of, I said what I said. But like, I was on some shit like, I was like, man,
but nah, you had a lot of support though, because notable people was calling me about it, and but they got a lot of respect for me too.
Yeah.
And I was trying to explain that to them. I mean, they, but I said, man, let me just find out about this. I said, because maybe I'm wrong, and if I'm wrong, I'm gonna correct it.
But see, the thing is, I had the paper trail in my inbox, and Jet, I'm gonna be real, Jet, to put it out there, I know he came up there and Black, and they hollered at you, but they told me not to come up there. And they had the information to show you in the inbox.
Yeah, but see, the thing was, like, back in that time, like, you
weren't trying to get out. You already where you was.
Man,
you that way
like,
you was
man, whatever.
But it was funny. And when I saw you, the next time I saw you, they played out so many different ways how this could go down, how many different ways it would go down, and where it would go down. And the thing is, when I saw you and you looked at me and you said, as a man, sorry, I didn't,
I had to.
That's that shit. And it is like, dog, like you was on another level. Like the respect that I had for you here,
right,
went to here. You
because
feel what I'm saying?
As a man, I felt after I had to look into, I felt I was wrong. And as a man, if you wrong, what should you do?
But see, youngins don't have that in them these days.
And that's why they ain't great. Because a great man knows how to take accountability for his wrong. That's what makes you great. Money don't make you great. Deciphering okay, I'm wrong, man. Let me humble myself. That's where your blessings come from. So after that, I was like, man, I'm wrong, man.
But your
and not only that, when you a great man, right? Mm-hmm. And you understand that your conscience won't let you sleep. So I'm like, man, I can't, man. I gotta fix this, man. And I'm like, that dude, a good dude. I'm saying the same thing about you. Mm-hmm. I'm like, man, let me, whatever. Let me handle this. And that's why I came. He was like, man, bro, I'm sorry, bro.
And like
that's why I posted, but I posted too.
Yeah.
Even, years later, like, man, I, apologize because,
it went from here. Yeah. That respect level went from here to here. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And where we are now, and me looking into you and seeing you taking your daughters to school, texting me, telling me, look, I'm on my way to do the party. I'm about to do this. I'm gonna come do the show.
Life, man.
You're a family man, a country boy too.
I'm a country boy.
I see your guns. I see your guns. I see your boy. I got a crossbow too. So I'm like,
you gotta come out my house, man.
I got a crossbow. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna send a picture.
My house, man.
Man, we definitely. And then, so I was looking at all the stuff you do, and I was like, man, this dude, boom, boom, boom. And this is where we gonna segue to this shit here. This dude right here, we ain't gonna say that. This guy, put it on him.
Put it on me, man.
This guy.
I'll take the blame.
Now he did go get him a nice little Batmobile out there, but we ain't gonna talk about the Batmobile, right? We ain't talking about the Batmobile.
We ain't talking about vets.
But put it on this guy right here. This guy went and got a motherfucking fire truck.
2, not 1.
2. Dog.
Yeah. And I'm gonna get a third one.
I mean, it's so much you can do with that situation, like with that.
And as a matter of fact, I need to talk to you about that.
It's so much
that's
you can do.
Business opportunity that we could talk about.
Okay. What made you go get the fire engine?
I get that question a lot. And the thing about it is, like, I always thought outside the box.
Mm-hmm.
When people go to Venn, they think about tables and tents. I'm thinking bigger.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking shock and awe.
Mm-hmm.
What can I do? I got a hot sauce company. If you take the word hot and you equate it with fire, right? What puts out fire? fire engines.
Yeah.
The fire department. So I said, and I'm thinking one day, I'm sitting on my porch, I'm like, man, I don't want to do the black table, black tent stuff, man. And the light bulb went off. Fire engine. I'm like, can you really buy a fire engine? So I'm starting to look it up.
Dude
right?
from the hood.
Yeah, I'm looking it up. Right. And guess where I bought my fire engines from?
What?
Facebook Marketplace.
Facebook Marketplace. I use it a lot.
Let me tell you something.
Facebook Marketplace helped this place out a lot.
I bought a 1977 Seagrave.
Mm-hmm.
I was inexperienced with this. So I shouldn't have bought that truck. It was manual.
Mm-hmm.
The first event I went to, the truck went down on the highway.
Oh,
Took
man.
24 hours. I got insurance, so heavy record came and got it. Excuse me. And then, so I was out and I was so depressed. I was like, man, I had such a vision for this. Like, I was going to deck it out with TVs, this and that. And man, now, you know what I mean? I'm out of a certain amount of money, you know what I mean? Whatever. So then it was like God telling me, like, why you giving up? Go get another one.
Mm.
So I saw another one, a better one.
Okay.
That was in Connecticut, right? Mm. I flew to Connecticut on a Friday, bro, with cash. Paid for it and drove it 6 hours back to Maryland.
Oh my God.
And this E1, perfect condition.
Mm.
Only 30,000 miles on a 500-gallon pumper.
Mm.
Everything works on it.
Mm.
Like, I'm telling you. And so I said, this is the Bello burn fire engine. So when I go to events, I don't pull up with the table and tent. I pull up in the fire engine.
I know the kids.
Because kids love it. And who the kids gonna bring?
Their parents.
Who got the money?
Their parents.
There you go. All right. So next summer, God willing, I'm outfitted so I can start my Bello burn chicken.
We could do a joint out here. We got a big parking lot space. The whole
That's
building.
my next move. Bello burn chicken. They got hip hop chicken and fish. They got slim chickens.
Oh, man.
Bello burn chicken.
Man, that joint will be crazy.
Well, your selection of hot sauce, if you don't
man.
Bello burn chicken is my next move.
Let's do an event out here one day. I know he
can do it. I'll bring it in.
Man, we'll do a big joint out here for the kids, and we'll do the logistics over like and talk
about the outfit the engine with a crazy grill. I got a grill that I used when I was down for Bello burn. I do that every year.
Yeah,
we did it down Anacostia last year.
Where you gonna do it this year?
Anacostia.
We coming.
Yeah,
we coming.
So it's Moet. Shout out Moet. I'm sorry, Moet and DC Top.
Yeah, wait,
my rappers.
That's my favorite. I call them first fan.
They crazy with the production. So I'm sorry.
I love them.
That's family. They should be up there.
Yeah, when that situation happened out there, they was like, I wish I was out. I was like,
they know.
First family.
That's family. But they got a permit with DC Parks and Rec.
Okay.
And they do go-go shows at Fort DuPont. They do it in Anacostia all summer.
Yeah, I love it.
All summer. You talking about like some, man, I'm telling you. So we're going to do it there. But what I'm trying to do with the truck is like, it's going to be like, I'm going to turn it not into a food truck because I don't want to gut it.
Yeah.
But, I'm going to have at least 5 square foot grill. And I'm going to start my ground up chicken business.
Oh, definitely. That's gonna be dope, dog.
So I want a chicken spot. It's called Bello Burn.
Man, that joint. That's
Bello Burn chicken.
Is it gonna be for? I know. I look at the how would you do it? Is it going to be like a put you in the mind state of a Ben's chili bowl type of staple thing?
Not really. Is what I wanted to be. I wanted to be unique because these sauces are found nowhere else in the world.
Okay,
you know what I mean. So the focus is the hot sauce.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to have I want to start it small, where you have maybe kill switch chicken, jalapeno lemon pepper chicken, ghost pepper chicken.
Okay,
and I grow the pepper, so evereverything is.
It's grown. It's freshly
grown. You can't find it in Safeway.
Yeah. It's freshly grown.
And so I want to get the people hooked on that. Because that's what I want to do. I'm trying to leave a legacy for my kids, bro.
Yeah.
And if I, it's been on my mind. And I was like, you know what? I got to do something else now. So when you ask that question, that's the answer. I gotta do something else. All right. I got a fire engine. I can buy a food truck. That's nothing. But I want to start off with a fire engine, just doing hit a Bello burn little flyer, you know what I mean? Then build it up.
I like that.
And get a brick and mortar spot. You know what I mean? But also still have mobile spots. Man, and shout out God of Sensations, my brother from Duke. He got a food truck that's always cranking everywhere.
Okay. Shout out Divas Inc.
You know what I mean? Like my girl Mika, like she got food trucks and all that stuff. They do all the junkyard, backyard, Geno's Park, the overnight DMV cookout. That's Mika.
So let me since you just mentioned that, I wasn't gonna let you get off the hook with this shit. And y'all gonna hear it here first. We're gonna do Bello's picks. You know what I mean? I think one day we're gonna do a podcast and we're gonna have Bello's picks. Now we're not getting into the sport
I
yet.
thought you were saying picks.
I got you on that part. We're gonna do we're gonna start it with we're gonna do it with the go-go bands. Top 5. Top 5 go-go bands.
My top 5?
Top 5. And it's gonna be something that somebody ain't heard because I know.
Okay, my top 5. NEG.
My top. That's my top. You know what? We in there. We in there.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
And that's in no particular order now.
Yeah.
Top 5.
We in there.
BYB. What band? JY.
RE.
Top 5.
Top 5. Me. Top 5.
Top 5 for me.
I'm in there.
Now I'm talking old school because I grew up. First of all, let me tell you something. This correlates with the rap, right? My cousin turned me on to go-go.
Yeah.
Remember I told you about the boombox? I was on the rap. I ain't even like go-go.
Yeah.
But he started playing that goddamn on JY. The very first go-go I snuck into at age 13 was Safari Club on 5th Street. And JY was playing. I snuck into Holy Confident when JY was playing on East Capitol. You know what I mean? Like not knowing how I would come to know these dudes, you know what I mean? But JY got me loving go-go. But let me tell you the flip side. The same cousin was so hooked on JY, he ain't want to hear no other band until one day we ride in the Maxes. We used to sell crack. We sell coke at 14. So we was on shifts. That's what we used to do. He got a king bench charge, my cousin. That's how we used to run. We was running it.
Okay.
And so we ride in the Max. I'm like maybe 15, something like that. And we ride in the Max. It was always me and him. I said, put this in. It's cassette tape. I said, put this in the joint. What the fuck is this?
Don't tell him it's my boy.
I said, just put it in. He put that joint in. It was backyard. And he was like,
okay.
All right. And now guess who his favorite band is?
Backyard.
Leap tall buildings in a single bow.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean? Like,
so he in there.
That was my hood.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like all that, right? And I'm close with these niggas, right? You know, just like I'm close with Kyrie. I'm close. Dig Doug is my best friend. You know what I mean? Hey, Dig Doug. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, all them dudes, man. Like, you saw the video. Did you see the video?
Yes.
You see Doug,
Dig Doug,
Kyrie,
all of them,
Brian Mitchell.
But I was wondering how you had all that in there.
Because all I did was ask them to do it. They sent me a video and I put it together.
It was just I didn't know, and you did this without her knowing it.
She ain't know nothing.
That was the crazy thing.
She ain't know nothing. And look, I heard my mother because she a big Redskins fan. When Brian Mitchell came on, she was like, "Oh my God!" My mother ain't know.
And that's
and you see, he called me by my name.
That's
you know what I mean. So I know a lot of influential people. But the thing is that I don't share my network with undeserving people.
Exactly. You can't give it to everyone.
You got to protect your network. You know what I mean? So, but, you know, we got to talk about that engine because I want to hear you as a businessman that I respect highly. And I want to hear how we can come together, you know what I mean, on that.
Definitely.
You know, because who else got a fire engine out here?
No, nobody.
I think it's one more somewhere in Maryland. But
man, you can do something.
Know.
Let me explain.
I want the inside compartment joint this time.
In Gaithersburg, where I live now, been living here for like 10 years now. The fire engine Santa Claus come by, and the kids look forward and they come by sitting on the fire engine, and they sit outside and they wait for him to come down the street, and they posted all over Gaithersburg that the fire engine is coming this day. It's coming this day.
Yeah.
It's something about fire engines that kids
I
love.
love fire
engines.
as an adult, bro.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. And it's something about that red big truck.
Bro,
and the things that you have that truck. Dog,
even before I got the engine,
look, you getting excited. You know,
I'm telling you, I was always infatuated with fire engines. And you know, the crazy thing is, when I'm driving that joint, in service fire engines always blow the air horn when they see me. And I blow it back.
Man, that's
like the Corvette Club.
But do you have to get
when
like
you driving the Corvette?
Everybody go. But let me ask you this: do you have to get a kind of permit or something to drive that?
No.
Oh wow,
it's a historic vehicle. It's a 1984. Guess what? You don't have to get a CDL or nothing
to drive the fire.
No, it says historic. I got historic tags on my truck.
Man, that is amazing. Y'all need to book that. Y'all need to book him for birthday parties.
I might do it for birthday.
Come on, man. The birthday people make kids day.
It depends on the dimensions of the street. That's a 30-foot truck.
Man, that's something.
Yeah, me.
Yeah, man.
That ain't no shortstop.
Man, I know.
I'm gonna get a shortstop.
My son is autistic, right? And he love trains, fire engines. Yeah. I know if you did something like that, the little kids will cry.
Man, listen, I'm all for it. I'm gonna mob out the plan to see what we could do with it, but I'm definitely gonna get another one. I mean, I need at least two. One went down, I need at least two.
Oh man.
And you know, I'm gonna get a short stock this time, more modern one. But you know, it's all in God's will, man.
Okay. Shout out some brands in the DMV real quick for the people. Shout out some brands.
DMV flowers. Get your flowers, you know what I mean? Get your girls the flowers and all that stuff. Let's see. We got my man Montana Stacks. Got his whole in business. Del Dada with the cleaning business and all that stuff.
Yes.
Man, holler at Del Dada if you want to get that intense flavors. You know what I mean? If you want to get your stuff catered and all that good stuff, you know what I mean? So of course, Bello Burn. You know what I mean? Your number one hot sauce, bro. You know what I mean? It's a bunch of other businesses, man, but I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay, so now the last thing before we finish out the show, last but not least, the elephant in the room. You got these bottles on the table.
Oh no, Jamal, you gotta get him a spoon out of that box.
Oh man, because I don't
gonna be talking.
Because we had this conversation. You was talking about this Reaper sauce or Reaper, and I don't want to deal with no Reaper nothing.
No, you gonna taste it.
I don't want no Reaper.
You gonna take this? This ain't Reaper.
My man Jamal, I hope he get the spoon in that box over there.
In the box.
He gonna let me sample and we gonna finish out.
You can't talk about us to taste.
He zooming in on that joint.
Jamal doing the job. Shout out Jamal.
Yeah, behind the scenes, and he gonna get it. But okay,
and shout out my man Frog.
Oh yeah, Frog got the
black.
It's in the box over there. They got the Capital Conversation podcast. Yeah. They're my brothers, man. They doing it, man. They got some big things. You gotta come on there.
I'm gonna come on their show when they invite me.
Yeah, and not crash it this time, right?
Nah, you know I seen it. I was like, I'm gonna go over this month.
Yeah. So Bello came up with his sauce, right? And I'm gonna let him talk to you about the sauce, but this black man came up with some sauce.
Well, and the hot sauce started as my grandfather, like I said earlier, was a farmer. Hold on, you can't try it yet. You gotta wait.
Okay, go ahead.
So my grandfather was a farmer. I didn't grow nothing until my 40s. And so where I live at, you know what I mean, I got a lot of land or whatever. So I was like, I'm gonna grow something. And I didn't know that peppers keep growing when you take them off the tree. I didn't know that.
Oh, no.
So I had a whole bunch of peppers. I'm like, what I'm gonna do with it? Light bulb, create a hot sauce. It took me 6 tries. The first 5 times, when I got to the 5th time, I was like, man, forget it. I said, all right, I'm gonna try one more time. And this is what came up. So 4 years later, you're talking about, and it's small batch, so it may not be a lot to y'all, but maybe a good 700 plus customers across the country. 700 plus customers across the country. I ship across the country. So I got 700. Matter of fact, the video, when you seen the dude, Will Willis, the host of Force and Fire.
Okay.
He got a box of this and he promoted it to his millions of followers. So it's building as it's building. But this is homegrown, like some people say. I grow the peppers, I make it, I package it, and I ship it. This is a one-man operation. Now, you ready to try it?
I'm ready to try.
All right, come on, give me.
I'm gonna give. Let's get the little sauce on there.
Let me.
Don't kill me. That's enough.
That's enough.
Not enough to kill me. Now this. Now
I want an honest opinion.
But on the hot level, what is this? 1 to 10, 10 being the highest.
I'll give you a 6. It'll hit and go.
This shit good, dog.
Because it's flavor.
And it got
It's flavor.
a.
Yeah. You see that?
Okay.
It's
Hey,
flavor.
that's the one going to my house.
It's flavor. They all yours. I bought them for you.
Oh man.
Now that's called OG Original. That's the very first one I made.
This the first one. This your baby.
That's what started.
This the baby
that's
right
the
here.
Foundation.
Y'all look at this right here.
OG Original.
OG Original. Can we get a zoom in on this one, brother?
Now, what that is, that's Ghost and Habanero. That's it. You see? It hits you and get out of the way. But it's good though. It got flavor. A little sweet, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, I ain't gonna give y'all my ingredients and all that, but yeah. Now, if you feel it, you want, you know what? You gotta try this.
This right here, cause zoom it, turn the knob and zoom that joint. If you could get it a little closer, we want them to see. We want them to see it.
This ain't hot at all, so don't worry about putting heat upon heat, right?
Man,
so this is like one of the number one sellers right here.
Why is it?
Because women love this a lot because they don't like stuff. A lot of women don't like too hot.
They don't want too much.
My lady, this is her favorite one, right? Now this is called jalapeno lemon pepper. It's nothing but jalapenos, and if you know anything about peppers, jalapeno is the lowest pepper on the totem pole.
Oh, for real?
I'm talking about Scoville.
Now, if you were ask the people in the hood, they say jalapeno the hottest pepper.
It's not.
Here.
See, they don't know the difference between hot and spicy.
Okay,
there's a difference. Jalapenos are spicy, but they ain't hot.
Well, I don't want the Reaper because Reaper sound like it's the hottest.
Yeah, that's hot.
That's
hotter than that.
And people can't take.
All right, now try this one.
Okay.
Now this ain't no weak sauce, so hold on. Let me take this. Let me take the cap off because this is fresh, so I ain't had the time to settle yet.
That's
no. You're gonna love it. It ain't hot. It ain't hot at all.
That right there.
It gets you right.
Yeah, this right here.
Yours. You can have these.
Oh my God.
Now try that one. They can put all these on anything.
This one don't. It's not as hot.
It ain't hot.
But it's got a flavor to it, like
all of them got flavor, but it ain't hot.
Now, hey, this right here.
Yeah, this right here, nigga. This right here. This shit right here.
Is this the one
that's the one?
This one going home too. Jamal,
you got these motherfuckers.
Jay, you gonna get one, right?
I'm trying to tell you, that's the best seller.
Oh man, this one right here. This.
I told you. Look, you got the spoon again.
Hey, look.
I tried to tell you.
How much a bottle?
Jamal, I tried to tell you.
How much a bottle go for?
It depends. Like if it's on a website, like these are. First of all, these are buy one get one free, so they only $10 on the website. We got to pay for shipping.
Yeah,
but,
we know about the shipping thing.
Outside of that, if I'm out on the street, if I'm vending with the fire engine, they all $10.
So you can get the whole set for
BelloBurn.com. Yep,
$40 set. So you'll do the
pack. That's what I bought you, the levels pack. The only thing that's not in the levels pack is that bottle.
Why is not?
This bottle, let me show you.
Why is that?
This bottle, let me see if I can reach.
Yeah, we're going to put the mic back to you.
This bottle right here is a special signature bottle.
And what?
This is Dig Doug's sauce from Northeast Grooves. That's Kill Switch.
You know, okay.
Cow.
Dig Doug, my man.
That's your man?
Mm-hmm.
But look, this is a signature sauce. I don't even really sell this. But somebody ordered one. I need to take it off the website because it's exclusive.
It's exclusive.
So you gotta try this one now since you done brought it up.
And then and that's I don't want the kill switch. Yeah, because you talk this. I already know.
There's one.
We gonna do it. We gonna come back and do a competition with that with the taste test.
You can do whatever, but guess what?
No, we gonna bring you in here.
Give me a spoon. I'm gonna do it.
We gonna bring you in here, and we gonna put that Reaper, that one right there.
I'm not gonna give you 2 months. Give me. There you go.
Okay,
that's enough.
Warm me though.
Go ahead.
It's hot. 8. Because we gonna do a competition. We gonna bring.
This is nothing but ghosts.
Ooh. But it's good. It's good. Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, he gonna check it with liquor.
Whoa. Whoa. You know how they put milk on your eyes when you get pepper spray?
That's a good.
I think I need some milk.
That's ghost. That's ghost right there.
Yeah.
It's nothing but ghost in there. Ghost peppers. That's one of the top 5.
So how often do your batch, like, is it yearly, monthly, 6 months?
Harvest, you mean?
Yeah, your harvest. How is that?
It's from the last frost in Maryland, which is around Mother's Day.
Yeah.
And it could go as far as December, depending on the weather. So like I said, the season before last, I had 150 pepper plants. So this year, what I'm going to do is I'm going to downsize because for some reason, the air quality in Maryland been kind of bad. Pollination been bad. You know what I mean? What I'm thinking about is getting a couple of bees.
Okay.
Bee stocks and stuff.
Yeah.
Like queens and stuff, pollinators. I also grow a lot of other stuff like corn, but corn is wind pollinated. It's not pollinated by them. I grow sage. That come back every year.
Okay. You grow sage?
Yeah, I got sage out there right now.
For real?
Yeah, I grow peppermints. They come back every year.
Okay.
Basil.
So you big on herbs? Because I grow.
I got a lot of herbs I grow.
Man, I need to come. I really need to come see.
All that.
That's good. That's good to keep the like I have like squirrels and stuff trying to get in my garden and stuff. But if you have the peppermints and stuff like that, it'll keep them away, right?
One thing that you can do to keep animals away too is I grow cayenne peppers too.
Okay.
Take some cayenne, boil it, put it in a spray bottle,
and spray it on the stuff.
Spray it around it.
But would it change the quality of the plant?
No, they don't like the smell of peppers. That's why no animal ever eat a pepper out of my garden.
Oh man.
No animal ever in 4 years damaged a pepper tree.
See, y'all see this knowledge y'all getting there.
You know where I learned this from? YouTube.
Oh my God, YouTube University.
Yeah, but listen,
my partner loved that.
Thinking about doing winter plants, potatoes, green, collard green, stuff like that. But I ain't got to that point yet. But I grow a bunch of herbs, corn,
this right here,
stuff like that.
This stuff right here.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, dog. If I had a $10 million business, I promise you, and I'm not saying this for the show, I would invest in you.
You know what? I had a conversation with McCormick.
And what?
The giant. I just want to feather in there. Now, one thing about it is like, I know what God got for me. Like I told you, it's not about the money for me. What I want is, one, I want to remain small batch for now because it's exclusive. I don't want this to, and I know people love crystals and all that, but let me tell you something.
You don't want them to
not at this point.
You don't want them to industrialize it and be mass producing and shit. No,
not at this point.
Because you put love in each one of these bars.
Right. I got my reasons for that. But I met the one of the VPs of McCormick at a Christmas party like maybe 2 years ago. And I gave him a bottle. Like, a matter of fact, I gave everybody that was at the Christmas party. It's a safety thing. I gave him a bottle. He was like, "Wow, man, this is good shit." I didn't know who he was, bro. So we standing outside and say, "Yeah, I'm the VP," and gave him his card. He was like, "Man, we need to talk." And we talked, but I was like, at the time, I was like, "Nah." I still got his contact, right? But I gotta see this thing. People rush into shit and they lose.
Yeah, that's how they lose.
I'm not rushing into nothing. I don't look. You want the boy that shit.
That shit go.
I'm not rushing into nothing, but I still got his contact. But the thing is, this small batch, like, and there's no high sauce identical to this in the world.
Dog, I'm sold.
Bello Burn.
Listen,
BelloBurn.com.
Y'all,
at Bello Burn on Instagram.
Man, we gonna listen. We can send us the links to this. We gonna promote this, man.
BelloBurn.com. Like I said, man, that's it. And matter of fact, the QR is right on the back.
Oh my goodness! Look! Got his picture and everything. Look, he all about what he said, branding and imaging. Like I said, man,
those are the new labels.
Man,
the old labels are just like on the front.
Oh man!
But I redesigned. I got a QR code on the back. My picture, ingredients, and all that. That was a Maryland code right there. I have all that stuff.
Oh man! And he owned his own printing company down the street. So if you need a lot of cards and stuff, you could get it at Jamal, and he got.
And my lady, she do event planning too, do t-shirts and all that.
Oh man!
Arts,
so we need to come together, man. This is amazing, man. Like This right here, the art. Like, let me tell you something. You rap guy.
When he got that one, he was like, God.
Let me do. I'm about to do Tripe Game. Look, let me do Tripe Game. You rap niggas. You rap niggas. I'm gonna tell you something. You rap niggas, man.
Thank you for my Corso, Frog. I got my dog from Frog.
Yeah. Hey, Frog, man. And he got a brand too. Y'all make sure y'all like.
I got my dog from Frog.
Yeah, man. He got some stuff going. Well,
brother.
Listen, guys. You talk about a man that came from the streets.
From nothing. From being shot out by the police, all that, man.
Mother on drugs.
Yeah.
Father
on life.
Man. Locked up.
Shout out to my mother who's been clean for 30-something.
Man, he has defied the odds. Yeah. This is a real story. This man has defied the odds. He has created brands. If you listen to this podcast in its entirety, we're going to chop it up and drop some of the jewels. Yeah. But if you listen to it, this man had gave you tools, what to do and what not to do. Yeah. You see
how he's perfect. I don't know it all, man.
Exactly.
Just giving you my experience from my life, man.
Exactly. And like I said, man, this man from the hood bought a fucking 5-inch. A fucking 5. First of all, y'all be trying to get charges and challenges and shit. Nah. He went and bought a 5. He could have. And he already riding good out there.
It's turbo and all steel. It will crush your jaw.
Listen, my guy already riding good. Trust me. I'm not here to tell you what he drive, but he ride nice.
Wait till they see the thing I'm getting next year.
But he went and bought a 5-inch because he looked at elevation and he said, "This is what I want to do to grow my brand. This is what I want to do." I know it was the kid in him too as well.
Yeah,
but it was something to grow his brand and push. And
that's
he saw
things thinking outside the box.
And he said something big, real big. He said generational wealth for his kids. And that's what it's about.
It's the legacy, man.
Yeah.
And people looked at me funny. Like I said, when I got that 5, I said, they just don't know what I'm thinking.
Man, he could have bought another car.
Yep.
He went and bought this man, this right here, I'm telling you, what the fool say, this right here, nickel. This right here, nickel. Man, this right here.
That's that honey lemon. Hey, ain't honey in it. It used to be honey in it. And it's jalapeno lemon pepper.
Man, this right here is going home. Listen, Jamal, you can get one. But you not
Jamal, don't worry, I'm gonna bring you all of them. Don't even try. You're trying to bully right now. Hey, Jamal, I'm gonna bring you. I'm gonna bring you a whole box.
This my
he don't even know I got spices too.
Man,
I'm gonna bring you all the spices.
Listen, and how he educated himself. We had a conversation before this podcast, a while back, when I said, let me pick his brain about his hot sauce.
Yeah, he did.
And we had a conversation. And when I he don't know this. After that conversation, we acquired this room because you inspired me and we got this room.
Yeah.
Because of the conversation I had with you.
Yeah, man.
And it inspired me. You've always been an inspiration to me.
And you're an inspiration to me, man, because when I walk in this space, man, I'm like, man.
Well, think about and if it wasn't for my partner, like I have one of the greatest partners, and about that's my other partner.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you right now, everything that I did in the DMV wouldn't have been. I had to shout out Eddie. I got to shout out Bishop Torn, and shout out some of the other guys that done their thing. Bach, a lot of guys that I know did their thing. What's the young man that died, man? One of my guys, man, he died. They used to do shows. He actually had a podcast. Like, damn, it'll come in our circle. Yeah, it'll come back to me. Yeah, he passed away. He used to actually do a podcast with DJ Clutch. Okay. But he passed away, and you'll know once I put the name out. But you know, right now we done had a couple drinks and a half. We done been away. But definitely. But I will honestly say that my movement wouldn't have been a movement without Bello.
And let me just say this, man, because I know y'all got to get off this joint, man. You know, my motivation and focus was to just motivate people, man.
Yeah.
But when I look at what you're doing, and you know, that's one of the reasons why I reached out to you when I saw the videos of the spot. I was like, man, this is crazy. And I seen your growth, and I seen the pictures. And you was like, yeah, we just did this, we growing, we just did that. And I was like, yo, that's dope. You know what I mean? So I said, how can I show him my appreciation? Let me go over here and do some business with him. You know what I mean? Let me spend some money with him. You know, let me rent the place a couple of times. And now this is the only fucking place I'm going to rent. And I'm not even doing shows.
And I'm still trying to get in.
I'm gonna find any occasion to rent this motherfucker. I got my big toe, cut my big toe.
I already know.
I need a show right there. Show the,
I already know.
toenail.
I've been trying to listen. Like, for real. Y'all don't know. I done reached out to him. I said, Bello, the DMV need to hear you, and I know you got a busy schedule. I don't care if you do it 4 times a month, 5 times a month, 1 time a month. But they need to hear you talk.
Yeah.
And they need you to do a podcast. And you gonna do it when you get time.
I thought about it, and you did, because you helped me out with that. But the thing was, man, some things happened with that, and I was like, I ain't got time.
It's you.
But I'll tell you what, if you want me to do it, you got to provide the lane at your spot.
Yeah, we gonna work that in there.
If you provide the lane at your spot,
because you got it, dog.
I'll do it.
You got it. You got
listen, you got my word on it.
People listen to you, dog.
You got my word.
Okay.
If you provide the spot and tell me what the price is,
we gonna work that in. We gonna work that in.
And
then I'll do the help you with
it live.
I'll help you, and I'll help you behind the scenes. It'll be on all platforms.
Man.
All that. All you gotta do is one click of a button.
That's the thing. Sometimes we try to take on stuff that we don't really know about,
and that's what discourages. Yeah,
and that's why I was like, man, I got the GH5s and all, but I ain't got all this shit.
Yeah,
I was like, oh no, fuck that. You know what I mean?
You got it, dog.
But listen, if you want me to do it, I will pay for it. But I only want you and Jamal to help me with it. Other than that, I'm not doing it.
I'm telling you, I'm being real. Like when Trife and Black hit me, I was like, and I was listening to him, and I was like, yeah, it got something, and they got something with it.
They do got something,
and I'm telling you as well, just like them, you have something.
See, my thing is Wounded Alive is a movement I started years ago. That's the name of my book. That's the name of the movie I'm going to shoot, and it's just about going through life and coming out wounded but still alive.
Yeah,
you know, infrared
been through so
much. My ties, Wounded Alive, everything.
It's
a big movement. I got hundreds of pictures from people who send it to me with the hashtag. You know what I mean? Like the soundtrack, my last album 8 years ago was Wounded Alive.
You got it. Yeah,
and what I want to do with my podcast, I want to talk real life shit. Like I want to talk to addicts.
Dog.
I want to bring a pipe head in here.
Man, people will come.
A crackhead in here. A dope fiend.
Long as we.
And I want to say, hey, how did this happen?
Yeah.
What
got you here?
To
tell us your story.
Because they human beings.
Man.
And we often look past these people.
Yeah.
And I ain't got no money for you. You just go get crap. But how you get there?
Yeah, how you get there? My uncle, one of the greatest people you will ever meet. I had to kick a door down. He on drugs. I had to kick the door down, pull him out the drug house. But anyway, at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you, man, you have a message.
You send me the schematics, bro.
Yeah, we gonna talk about it.
I'll sign the paper.
Yeah, we definitely gonna talk about it.
Put me on a payment plan.
Yeah,
I'll sign the papers.
I think you definitely got some. I think people will listen to you. I think with where you come from and where you are now, the evolution of Bello. Yeah. I mean that it's impeccable, man. And I'm just trying to tell you, man, like people definitely will listen to you. People listen to you all day anyway.
They do.
Yeah. So like, why not? Even if you give it education.
You know what I learned? And I ain't trying to prolong it, but you know what I learned? I learned how to laugh, bro.
I already told you. You know what I said. You're the nicest motherfucker I know.
I learned how to smile.
You do.
It took me a long time. It took me many years.
You'll get a nigga shit, but you'll get in a nigga shit and smile at the same time.
Oh yeah. But I learned how to just smile.
And yeah.
I learned that. It took a long time to learn that, man, because I never smiled.
Yeah.
I was always
serious
and serious.
And now you breathe.
And now I know how to smile. I know how to have a good time. I know how to not be so serious.
You, man. And
I
you
know
mastered
how to
it.
crack a joke now.
Oh yeah,
That's why
nigga,
a lot of people.
a hood nigga, you in there
me.
dancing, nigga? Huh? You dancing, having a good time, huh?
Set it
Yeah.
up. All right.
Yeah, right.
Hey,
You know,
I had to learn that.
yeah,
Because laughter is good for the soul.
it's good.
And my soul need that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. Well, let me tell you this. I want you to tell the people where they can find you.
It's easy. 20Bello everywhere. 20Bello, all social medias, YouTube, whatever. 20Bello, no spaces in my name.
No space.
And I want to say this before we end, man. I really appreciate Bzell, Jamal. You know what I mean? You know, y'all just like I'm so proud of what y'all doing, because you say that I motivate you. You motivate me, because I'm looking at y'all and I'm like, these are Black kings doing something positive. Y'all got it going on over here. And that's why I said, that's why I'm gonna patronize this spot as much as I can. And I'm gonna send as many people as I can. You looking for a spot?
Come this way.
There you go. But you gotta be
screen their ass first, though.
You gotta be on your A1.
Screen them.
Oh, no, I ain't gonna send everybody.
Yeah.
Because guess what? They do something, who they got answer to?
Yeah. You.
Me.
Yeah.
They don't want to answer to me.
Good business.
They really don't want to answer to me. Right? Because I can be a devil.
Oh, yeah. I
can be a demon. And I'm not trying to be.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But when it comes to, you know, protecting the what we doing and protecting what you doing, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna protect that.
Well, you family, man. We in here. We locked in.
We locked in. And I'm telling you, I'm sending everybody over here. So y'all hear me right here. Private event. All right. Ain't no bullshit. You know what I mean? If you're a grown up, come on over here. DJ Rocket. You know what I mean? Jamal, Bzell.
Great space.
Yeah, I come and host it. I ain't gonna charge you.
Yep.
But I love y'all, man. I really appreciate what y'all doing, man. I appreciate the time, man.
And make sure y'all get some of this Bello Burn, man.
BelloBurn.com, baby.
All right. Let's go pay some bills, man. Take a couple flicks for the gram. We catch y'all later. Shout out to Capital Mag. Shout out the Colossal Capital brand.
Colossal Capital.
Oh, man.
Shout out
J&J Printing.
Capital, man.
And is that the right name?
J&J, right?
That's what I'm talking about, man.
Right,
make sure all your printing needs.
Colossal Capital, J&J.
All right, we out.
We out. Peace. I got much. Man, you good.
You know where to find it.
I know it's.
Oh, yeah. He get it.